Good evening, everybody, and welcome to CVCA Livestream's continuing coverage of the 2022 CVCA Hockey Christmas Tournament. It's day one, the nightcap, and the host Royals are in action, matching up with an old foe, the Twinsburg Tigers. Hello, everyone. My name is Tim Nichols, and it's good to have you with us tonight. As a reminder, we'd like to let you know that you can follow CVCA Livestream's social media contacts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching for the social media hashtag at CVCA Livestream. We'll keep you informed about all the upcoming CVCA Livestream broadcasts for this tournament, as well as all CVCA home games. And we will have every home game and every game, that is, of this tournament this week for you on this platform, coming to you via the CVCA Boosters YouTube page, so make sure to tell your family and friends hockey all week long from the Dan Kostel Rec Center here in Garfield Heights, Ohio. It's game two, the nightcap of the first day of the CVCA Christmas Tournament, and the Royals played 16 games in 24 days between Thanksgiving and the Christmas break. And while CVCA looked very good in the first month of the season, the wheels fell off in the final two periods of the Karen Barlow Memorial Tournament Championship game against Bishop Watterson a little over a week ago on December 18th at Kent State University. The Royals led 2-1 after one period of play on that afternoon, but the legs were gone as CVCA finished 5 games in 4 days, and it turned into the worst loss of the season, a 9-3 setback against the same team that CVCA had defeated 6-3 just one night earlier. The Royals broke for the holiday week, and their first time back on the ice, well, it's right now as they're taking warm-ups. They were off the entire Christmas week after that very, very full schedule between Christmas and New Year's. Despite the loss to Watterson, CVCA has had a tremendous first month of the season. Champions of the Normandy Thanksgiving Tournament and finalists in 2 other tournaments, the Adam Hamilton Memorial Tournament and the Karen Barlow Memorial Tournament, CVCA has outscored their opponents this season in the first 16 games 90-46. This week, the Royals will seek their first championship in their own tournament since 2018. In addition, the other big story tonight in this game against Twinsburg is that of head coach Doug Fairchild, who, should he be victorious tonight with the Royals, would notch his 200th career victory as head coach at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. For the Tigers, Twinsburg comes into this tournament as the underdog. Both CVCA and Normandy, who played earlier today, compete in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League's upper division of the Blue Conference, as it were. CVCA playing out of the Blue East Division and Normandy out of the Blue West. Whitmer, who was victorious against Normandy in the opening game this afternoon, already has victories this season against both CVCA and Normandy. But Twinsburg, they're a member of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League's Blue South Division, which is more of the developmental division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. So the Tigers come into the contest tonight with an overall record of 3 wins, 8 losses, but 2-2 in the Blue South with a season-opening win over Mayfield and a pair of wins this season already over Brecksville. They did match up with Normandy on November 26th in the Normandy Thanksgiving Tournament, but tonight's game will be the first time the Royals and Tigers have met this season. The good news for the Tigers is the roster numbers are strong. Head coach Mike Johnston has 18 skaters on his roster this season, and he'll look for senior captain Sean Shirikov and junior Dominic Mister to lead the way. Both are threats just about any time they are on the ice. Tigers have also had strong contributions this season from sophomore Bobby Lemieux, who will wear number 4 tonight, so look for him out of the ice against CVCA this evening. The other story for the Tigers this year are a pair of first-year goaltenders who split time. Sophomore Isaac Mulcahy wears number 31, and he recorded 40 saves in a game earlier this year against Bay. And junior Aiden Syke wears number 1. He was the winning goaltender in a 12-3 defeat of Brecksville earlier this month. The Royals will challenge whichever goaltender they face tonight, though. CVCA's 2 lines come at you over and over in droves, and it's impossible to focus on any one single player. The Royals boast a balanced and a potent attack. Noah Chidima leads all scorers for CVCA with 15 goals and 17 assists, 32 total points so far on the season in the first month of the season. Line mate Jared Outward is just behind him, 14 goals, 16 assists, 30 points. And fellow line mate Jacob Schwartzbach has 12 goals to go along with 17 assists, 29 total points. So 29, 30, and 32 for what we call the swarm line. The other line is nearly as strong. Cord Stegmeyer has 14 goals, 14 assists, and 28 points. And Stegmeyer, last week, between Friday and Saturday, when the Royals played 3 games in 24 hours, tallied 7 goals in 24 hours in the 3 different games that CVC played against NDCL, Whitmer, and Bishop Watterson on Friday and Saturday prior to the Christmas holiday break. Senior captain Nick Humphrey chipped in with 11 goals so far in the year, and David Siff, maybe the best passer on the team. He's got 9 goals to his credit so far this season as well. So, again, that forward line, or the 2 forward lines for the Royals, all threats to find the back of the net at any point throughout the course of a game. Goaltending has also been a strength for CVCA this season so far. Senior Karsten Hauk is solid in goal. He has an 87.4% save percentage. And sophomore Caleb Mosher has 7 wins on the season already, and his goals against average is 2.3 per game. That did balloon up after the Bishop Watterson second game last week. He still is averaging or saving 90% of the shots that he faces. This will be the 37th all-time meeting. Pardon me, it'll be the 37th all-time meeting between the 2 schools. CVCA does lead in the all-time series, 26 wins to 10. Twinsburg's last victory against the Royals was way back in 2016 on December 17th of that year, a 5-3 victory against CVCA. The Royals have won 9 in a row against Twinsburg. Their last win, an 8-2 victory last year on December the 30th in the consolation game of the 2021 CVCA Christmas Tournament. Both teams finishing their warm-ups. About 1 minute and 20 seconds to go on the pregame clock before we get underway tonight, with CVCA and Twinsburg in the nightcap of Game 1 of the CVCA 2022 Christmas Tournament. Once again, all these games will be on the CVCA Boosters YouTube page and available through that format. And we'll continue to tweet out and use our social media contacts at CVCA Livestream, at CVCA Livestream, to let you know about the next broadcast and where to find them. Right now, though, if you're following along with us, you're ready for hockey on a Tuesday night from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. Clock winding down. Just about ready for hockey action. We mentioned head coach Doug Fairchild and his effort to secure his 200th win. Should the Royals be victorious tonight, the Tigers are coached by Mike Johnston. Johnston, Twinsburg's head coach, is assisted by Rocky Bernardo and Chris Held. Fairchild, in his 15th season on the Royals bench, assisted by Rich Hurdle and Mark Brower, 199 wins for the CVCA head coach dating back to 2008-2009 when he arrived in Cuyahoga Falls. 15 minutes is up on the clock. The Royals ready to play tonight. Looks like Karsten Hauk will get the starts for CVCA in goal tonight, the senior netminder, standing in the pipes. Public address announcements being made right now, welcoming the fans into the arena. It is a chilly night here inside the Dan Kostel Rec Center. It's been a chilly week in Northeast Ohio. And so we're all bundled up. The players won't worry about any kind of chilliness. They'll be up and down the ice and building a sweat on both sides. In between the games, we could see our breath here on the perch here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and we still can. As they announce the starting lineups, Isaac Mulcahy gets a start in goal for Twinsburg. Mulcahy, the sophomore goaltender. Dominic Mister, now a junior, starts at center. Right wing, Rayma Johnson gets a start. She wears number 93. The captain of the Twinsburg Tigers, Sean Shirikov, a senior. On defense, Aiden Johnston. He wears number 30. And the other defenseman, or defensewomen in this case, number 14, Riley Spat. That's the starting lineup for the Twinsburg Tigers, and the rest of the Tigers join them at the blue line. Now for the Royals. Getting the start tonight, Karsten Hauk. Hauk's got 4 wins so far in the season. The captain, Nick Humphrey, starts at center for CVCA. David Siff, the right winger for CVCA, is an assistant captain, the junior. On defense, number 9, Mark Mosher, also an assistant captain and a senior this season. Senior Zach Nichols starts on defense for the Royals. And now we're going to pause to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem in the books, and we've got hockey on a Tuesday night. CVCA and Twinsburg in the nightcap of the first day of the CVCA Christmas tournament. The Royals looking for win number 12 on the season. And as we said earlier, looking to start out an effort to win their own tournament for just the third time in 14 renditions of the CVCA Christmas tournament. The last time the Royals were victorious was 2018. The defending champions of this tournament won earlier this afternoon. The Whitmer Panthers defeated Normandy by a score of 4-2. Whitmer also defeated Normandy a year ago in the championship game. And so Whitmer takes their first step back toward a potential back-to-back opportunity in the CVCA Christmas tournament. But tonight, It's the Royals and the Twinsburg Tigers. Cord Stegmeyer also starting for the Royals. He was omitted for the original announcements. But Nick Humphrey steps in against Dominic Mister. Royals going right to left. The Tigers, and they're all blues, going left to right. The puck is dropped down, and the Royals control. David Siff puts a shot on goal, and it's backhanded. It has a second chance opportunity. Siff with pressure right away for CVCA. The Royals keep it in. Siff has it again. Siff centers, looking for Stegmeyer. His shot goes wide. Siff behind the net, pushes it far corner. Nick Humphrey has it. Humphrey puts it on goal. It's pushed aside into the near side boards. Mark Mosher keeps it in for the Royals. Backhands it, and it's shipped in the corner by Humphrey. Sent up and still kept in. Zach Nichols fires, knocked down in front. Royals still pressuring 45 seconds into the first period. Stegmeyer leaves it for Mosher. Mosher's shot is deflected high and over the net of goaltender Isaac Mulcahy, and the first stoppage of the evening occurs. The first stop of the evening occurs at 14:08. Face off to the left. Checked at the right of Mulcahy. One back to Carter Martin, who puts it on, and it's knocked down in front. Backhanded shot is pushed aside by Mulcahy off the stick of Jacob Schwartzbeck. Royals pressuring once again. Twinsburg trying to clear the zone. They can't. Backhanded shot is saved by Mulcahy again. Another stoppage. Here's the replay. Royals digging the puck out of the corner. And Mulcahy with the save. This time the face-off to the left of Mulcahy. One back by CVCA. Shot. Saved by Mulcahy into the near side corner. Up to Martin at the left point. Martin shot fired in and scores. That was deflected in front. The Royals get on the board early. I think it may have gone to Schwartzbeck. We'll see on the replay right here. Carter Martin definitely deflected in front, and it was 51 Noah Chidima with the goal. Chidima, the assist goes to Martin. It's 1-0 CVCA. Just a minute and 15 seconds into the contest. Royals 1, Tigers 0. For Noah Chidima, the leading scorer for the Royals, that is his 16th goal of the season. Back underway. And the puck loose and controlled by Twinsburg. They try and build out with it, and they finally get into the offensive zone for the first time tonight. Jackson Smith gets it in deep, but loses the puck, and here comes CVCA the other direction. Cord Stegmeyer into the offensive zone. Skates in behind the net, trying to center it in front. It's loose and controlled by CVCA. Stegmeyer, he loses it. And now he gets it back, sweeping in front of Jackson Smith. Stegmeyer up ice, gets it to Humphrey, gains the zone. Humphrey on the right-hand side puts a shot in on Mulcahy. Long rebound. Sent in deep. Falling down is Matt Porter. And so the puck sent to the other side, where Bobby Lemieux sends it out to center ice. Chance for the Twinsburg Tigers. Shot is high and into the netting for an offensive zone face-off that will ensue for Twinsburg. On the CVCA goal, officially Noah Chidima on the goal. Assist to Carter Martin and Jacob Schwartzbeck. So Chidima from Martin and Schwartzbeck, 1-0 Royals. As there's 12:39 to go here in the first period. Face-off will happen to the left of Karsten Hauk. Dominic Mister steps in for Twinsburg, but it's one back to the Royals by Noah Chidima. Round the boards it's sent, and sent up. Chidima chips it forward. Chidima gains the zone, looking for Schwartzbeck. Too far for him. Into the corner it goes. On the near side boards, to the point. Mosher can't keep it in. He'll chase it, and so will Zach Nichols. Nichols will get there first for the Royals. Sends it up to the boards, and he finds Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck builds out for the Royals. Into the offensive zone again. Schwartzbeck stops, backhands it in deep. Chidima chases after it. Spat sends it up. Mosher can't keep it in. Nichols will retrieve at the red line. Sends it forward. Schwartzbeck gains the zone again. Chidima has it. Chidima in the circles. Centers. Actually goes all the way to the goal. Saved by Mulcahy. Outward. Now Mosher. Mosher sends it in deep. Knocked down in front. Schwartzbeck fires. Chipped aside by number 30, Aiden Johnston. Chidima collects it. Chidima far side sets up with some space. Finds outward. He fires, a save by Mulcahy, and a goal on the rebound by CVCA. 2-0 Royals. And that goal looks like it's going to be Noah Chidima again. Here's the replay. Chidima comes in for that rebound and put it behind Mulcahy. So Noah Chidima, his second of the afternoon, or the evening as it were, tonight. It's been a while since we've been outside. Sun has set. And Noah Chidima gets goal number 17 on the season. 2-0 CVCA. Royals control once again. Matt Porter sends it in deep. Collected by Alan Kemlitsky. And the Tigers clear it out. Carter Martin will collect it. No icing. Chidima from outward, the official scoring on the Royals' second goal as they try and build out once again. Here comes 41, David Siff. He dumps it in deep. Chasing after it is Bobby Lemieux. Lemieux sends it up, looking for a teammate. But the Royals get there too faster. Lemieux gets it back and clears the zone. But a trio of Royals is there to stop him. It's sent up to the neutral zone. And CVCA gains the zone. Matt Porter fires, and Mulcahy gloves that one down with 10:35 to go in the first period. Matt Porter finds the loose puck, stepped into the offensive zone, and took a chance. Face off to the left of Mulcahy. Chidima, 2 goals in the first 4 minutes of the contest. Wins the face-off back to Mark Mosher. Mosher, his shot is knocked down, collected by Schwartzbeck. Check that, it's outward. Outward's backhanded shot goes wide into the near side corner. Outward again. Has the puck with speed behind his own net. Centers to Chidima. Chidima back to outward. Outward, stick handles. And gets it to Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck now lines up on his forehand. Skates in. Backhanded shot knocked down in front. Second shot saved by Mulcahy. He's on his belly. And the puck is cleared out of harm's way by the Tigers for an icing with 9:56 to go in the first period. Relentless pressure by the CVCA Royals here early on. 2-0 CVCA. Nick Humphrey, the captain, across from Dominic Mister. Mister wins this one, but the Royals, Humphrey, stands in and gets in the way. It's kept in. Siff, backhanded centering attempt toward Stegmeyer. Goes to the near side corner. Trickles in front, a shot by the Royals, and it's still loose in front. Collected by Siff. Siff, stick handles, centers, and it goes right through the crease into the near side corner. Sent up and kept in by Martin. He dumps it back down low. Around the boards it goes. Stegmeyer. Stegmeyer with space behind the net. Looking, centers to Humphrey. Humphrey from the slot, fires, saved by Mulcahy. The puck trickles to the near side corner. Siff, now Humphrey. Humphrey in the corner. Keeps it himself. Centers it, looking for Siff. Siff knocked down on the doorstep of the goal. The Tigers with some space. They get it forward, and it's dumped in deep by Ariana Bernardo. Sent around by the Royals out to the neutral zone. And chipped back in by Twinsburg. Eli Parada is on it for CVCA. 8:42 to go first period. Royals 2, Tigers nothing. Through the neutral zone, Jared outward, gains the zone. Centers, looking for Chidima. Chidima looking for the early hat trick. Chidima back on it. Dumps it back to Outward. Gets it back in the corner. Chidima battles. Wins the puck. Wraparound shot. And no goal. Shot by Matt Porter. Stick to side. And sent out to center ice. Parada. Cross ice. Martin chips it off the boards. Out to the center ice again. Chidima has it. Chidima 1-on-3. It's poked up. Kept in by Martin. Knocked down and sent out where Outward has it. Outward dumps it back in, and the Royals will change behind the play. Around the boards it goes. Jackson held, sends it back the other side. The Royals control though. CVCA, Chidima fires, stick to side by Mulcahy. Stegmeyer winds up, backhanded shot with a lot of traffic in front, doesn't get through, and here comes Twinsburg. Jackson Smith loses the puck to Chidima. Chidima cross ice looking for Martin. Finds him. Martin with space and time. Cross ice again. Chidima sees a Humphrey coming off the bench. Finds him. Humphrey gains his own in the circle. Humphrey behind the net. Centers. Stegmeyer bats at it. Once, twice, and the whistle blows. And a stoppage with 6:59 to go. So Isaac Mulcahy had 40 saves in the 5-1 loss against Bay. He's given up 2 goals already, but he's faced 15 shots, 17 shots. He's got 15 saves in the first 9 minutes of this one. And it'll be a long night for Isaac Mulcahy. Tigers win this faceoff, but Zach Nichols collects the puck and chips it forward. Looking for Sift, can't find him. Puck is loose in the neutral zone and collected by Twinsburg's Rayma Johnson. Johnson pushes it in deep, centers. Sean Shirikoff was there, but not expecting the puck perhaps. And the Royals clear the zone. Another rush for CVCA. Onside is Sif. Sif leaves it for Stegmeyer. His shot is knocked down by Mulcahy, and Stegmeyer pushed on top of the goaltender by number 30, Aiden Johnston. The bodies untangle. And we'll have a face-off in the offensive zone for CVCA. 6:20 to go, first period. CVCA 2, Twinsburg nothing. Chidima and Mister. Mister wins this one, but Chidima chips at it and intercepts it. Steps in, tries to shoot. It's knocked down. Schwartzbeck's shot goes wide as well. On the far side, Chidima battles with Sean Shirikoff. Shirikoff has it and sends it around the boards to the near side. Schwartzbeck looking for Nichols, intercepted by Johnson. Knocked in down low once again, though. The Tigers try and clear the puck. With control is Shirikoff. Leaves it on the far side for Max Coleman. Coleman clears the zone, but only for a moment. And it trickles all the way back to the CVCA defensive zone where the Royals push forward again. Here comes Schwartzbeck. Fires. Blocker save by Mulcahy. Chidima looking for the hat trick. Shoots. Another blocker save by Mulcahy to the near side corner. It comes to Zach Nichols. Nichols goes in deep. And Zach Nichols is going to take a penalty for the Royals. And it's knocked down by Schwartzbeck, but Nichols is going to go off. And a power play opportunity will be there for Twinsburg as Nichols goes into the box. We'll see what the call is. Referee pointed to his head. Is it 2 or is it 5? It looks like it may be head contact, so 5-minute major for Zach Nichols and a 5-minute power play for Twinsburg. With a 2-0 lead, an undisciplined play by CVCA's senior defenseman, and the Royals will have to kill a power play, but a chance and a score. Short-handed goal right there for CVCA's Jared Outward. The Royals with the clearance, and Outward first one to the puck No icing because of the penalty, and he beat Mulcahy on the far side. A shorthanded goal for Outward, just 8 seconds into the penalty time for Jared Outward. That's his 15th goal of the season. 3-0 Royals. So the power play continues for the Tigers. An inauspicious beginning to it, however. And here comes CVCA again. 4-on-5, but they control the puck. Outward sends it in on the clearance. Collecting it is Sean Shirikoff. Sends it around the boards. And the Tigers will try and build out. Sent down the ice, but Mark Mosher has it. Mosher misplays the puck, and it's dumped in deep where Carter Martin is there for the Royals. And Martin tries to clear, but it's knocked down in front. Fanning on it is Jackson Held. It's sent in further. Held with a chance. His shot goes wide. Chidima will battle on the far side. Tries to poke at it, gets to it. Chidima will clear for the Royals and send it in just wide of Mulcahy's goal. Outward. Gets to it for the Royals. He controls, but it's shipped up to center ice where Mosher is there for CVCA. And he clears in deep. 3:46 to go on the 5-minute major to Zach Nichols. Twinsburg. Jackson Held has it. Held. Far side. Loses it. And it's poked in further by Schwartzbeck. Mister to Johnston. Back to Mister. Pushes it around the boards where he's waiting for Sean Shirikoff. The Tigers on the power play, but really not doing much with the puck right now. And Schwartzbeck pestering Shirikoff. Shirikoff now will try and break out. Sends it and finds a pass off the boards to Held. Held's shot is knocked into the corner where Mark Mosher has it for the Royals. Pushes it forward where David Sift is waiting. Mosher battling with Shirikoff, and it's intercepted by Chidima. Chidima sends it up and down the ice on the clearance for the Royals with 2:45 to go. 2:59 to go in the period. Riley Spat sends it around the boards, but it's intercepted and sent back in deep again by Schwartzbeck. On the far side, Spat has her pass knocked down in the neutral zone. Ian Syke gains the zone, chips it in deep, but Eli Parada is there for CVCA. He sends it up and clears it out to Max Coleman. Delayed offside. Still delayed offside for Twinsburg. That gives plenty of time for Eli Parada to collect the puck. And Parada will send it down the ice. And Mulcahy gets down on it and makes the save. 3-0 Royals. 2 minutes to go in the penalty time to Zach Nichols. 2:13 to go in the period. That one goes off Chidima's melon to Nick Humphrey. He gains the zone. Humphrey with a shorthanded bid. Saved by Mulcahy. Clock stops with 2:04 to go in the first period. Royals leading 3-0. Noah Chidima a pair of goals, and Jared Outward a shorthanded goal for the Royals. Zero. It is a lopsided shots on goal contest. Twinsburg still looking for their first of the contest. It's sent in wide of Karsten Hauk, who's had a quiet night so far. In the corner, Mark Mosher digs it out, sends it around the boards, and unable to keep it in is Max Coleman. The Royals clear it all the way down the ice. Coleman chases after it. He's got company from Outward. It's sent up, but past the stick of Ian Syke, and the Royals clear it again with 1:18 to go. In the corner, intercepted by the Royals. A chance, backhanded shot goes wide. Oh, and a huge collision by two Twinsburg Tigers right in front of Mulcahy. Both of them get up. Outward loses the puck. The other direction goes Jackson Smith. Smith has it poke checked away. Martin for the Royals sends it up and out. 51 seconds to go on Nichols' penalty. And the Tigers will try and set up once again. Carter Martin collects it. Plenty of space and time, and he sends it all the way down the ice to clear it One more time. Schwartzbeck in behind the net. Humphrey gets to it first. Humphrey pushed off the puck into the far corner. Schwartzbeck sees Dominic Mister, and Humphrey upends one of the Tigers. And Humphrey is run into, and a whole lot of pushing and shoving now as the Twinsburg Tigers taking umbrage to the fact that Nick Humphrey knocked down one of the female Tigers players in the corner. The referees step in between the parties, and here's the replay. Humphrey stepped in, and it looks like the Tigers player lost her balance, held her head. She might have hit it on the ice, so Humphrey's going to go into the box for CVCA. Referee Guy Bradshaw makes the call. Also going into the box for Twinsburg is Aiden Johnston, and so they'll have some offsetting penalties. Zach Nichols welcomes them both to the single box here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And so one is cross-checking, and the other one may be a trip. We'll have to see what the official calls are. We've got a trip against the Royals. And again, we think it was a roughing call against Johnston. So the single box here at the Garfield Heights Dan Kostel Rec Center is getting full. Humphrey and Johnson talk it over. There are 30 seconds remaining, and now another Twinsburg Tiger heads into the box. Ian Syke. And so that is two Tigers that go off in this latest skirmish. And Nick Humphrey for the Royals. Zach Nichols still has 15 seconds to go on his penalty. So Humphrey for tripping, 32 minutes for roughing. There is a second Tiger in the box. And so on the board, Nichols' penalty will be up in 15 seconds, and the Royals will have a power play after that for a minute and 45. Meanwhile, there's just 20 seconds to go in the first period. The Royals lead 3-0. Carter Martin pokes that away. Nichols out of the box, and the Royals on the power play. Check that. Now it is the Royals' power play right now. Carter Martin has it, but just 4 seconds left. Martin sends it up looking for Stegmeyer. It's poked aside by Bobby Lemieux, and that's going to do it on the first period. 3 CVCA goals. They've killed off a 5-minute major penalty to Zach Nichols, and they will start the second period on a power play for 1 minute and 31 seconds. That remains in the penalty time to the pair of Twinsburg Tigers that are in the box. At the end of one period of play from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in the nightcap, the score CVCA 3, Twinsburg nothing. We're going to pause for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. First period intermission, Royals 3, Twinsburg nothing. You are invited to explore and learn more about CVCA, our students, and the incredible community that makes up Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy's family. The CVCA community comes together in marvelous ways to impact young hearts and minds, not only in our classrooms, athletic fields, and stage, but also in the day-to-day experiences of the young people that walk our halls. What makes CVCA unique as you consider the community that you'd like to be a part of? We invite you to experience CVCA and see what sets us apart. Hear how CVCA continues to make an impact on our students, parents, faculty, and alumni at the upcoming Winter Open House and Family Preview Night. The Winter Open House is scheduled for Friday, January 27th, 2023, and the next Family Preview Night is scheduled for Thursday, February 9th in the new year. To sign up, visit the CVCA website at www.cvcaroyals.org cvca.com/visit. In the first period, the Royals dominated the play. And we'll look at the stats here in just a moment. That is not a misprint. CVCA leading on the scoreboard 3-0, leading on shots on goal 27-0. So Isaac Mulcahy is really the star of the game at this point with 24 first-period saves. It's been a firing squad in front of him, and he's acquitted himself rather well, all things considered. The Royals buzzing around and dominating every square inch of the ice in the first period. 11-2 in faceoffs won, and 2-1 in penalties. Unfortunately, the Royals, if you are a fan of CVCA, also leading in that column. However, we'll see if the second period is any different for the Tigers, if they can muster up any kind of offense and gain any type of advantage against the Royals, who have been fully dominant in the first period of play. Once again, the score here, Royals 3 and Twinsburg 0. Earlier this afternoon, the Whitmer Panthers defeated the Normandy Invaders by a score of 4-2. Whitmer led 1-0 at the end of one. Matt Galetka tied it for Normandy early in the second period, but the Invaders could muster no more. 2 second-period goals by Whitmer made it 3-1. The third period was interesting in the fact that the Normandy Invaders pulled their goaltender, Jason Nicholson, with 11 minutes to go in the contest. Whitmer never got another shot on goal. The goaltender was pulled for the remainder of the game, with the only exception being a 2-minute period where the Normandy Invaders actually had a power play. So in essence, they were up a man, or the Whitmer Panthers down a man, for the final 11 minutes of the contest. And that made for an interesting outcome. Normandy got a goal with 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining to make it 4-2, but couldn't get any further. And that's how it ended. Whitmer 4, Normandy 2. And so Whitmer gets their first victory of the tournament. The CVCA tournament continues tomorrow. So as we look ahead at the schedule for the rest of the tournament, tomorrow we'll be back with you at 4:30 in the afternoon. Twinsburg will face off against the Normandy Invaders. It'll be the second meeting between the two teams this season. The first one was in the Normandy Thanksgiving tournament, and I believe that was around a 6-2 score, if my sources are correct, in favor of Normandy. Twinsburg will get another shot at the Invaders tomorrow. And then CVCA will see Whitmer in the nightcap tomorrow night. The two teams met just 10 days ago, and the Whitmer Panthers upset the Royals 3-2 in a Saturday morning 7:30 a.m. contest on the second day of the Karen Barlow Memorial Tournament, a tournament the Royals did advance to the final championship game by virtue of wins against Kent Roosevelt, the host, and Bishop Watterson, but ultimately the Royals falling short against Watterson in the championship on the Sunday afternoon contest. But these two teams, Whitmer and CVCA, played, and Whitmer victorious 3-2. So the Panthers, on the heels of a victory this afternoon, certainly should have confidence when they come into the Dan Kostel Rec Center tomorrow night to play CVCA. Later on this week, Twinsburg and Whitmer play in the early game on Thursday. Normandy and CVCA, the nightcap on Thursday night. Then the consolation game Friday afternoon at 2:30. And then the championship game of the 2022 CVCA Christmas Tournament will face off at 5 o'clock on Friday evening, where one of these four teams will be crowned champions of the CVCA Christmas Tournament for 2022. The Royals' next home game beyond this tournament, and next game overall, will be 1 week from Friday, January the 6th, when they return to action in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue East Division, their first divisional contest against the Orange Lions this season. In other CVCA athletic events, this evening the CVCA boys basketball team is on the road in a Pac-7 contest game against Manchester. You can check out CVCA Athletics, either the CVCA Athletics webpage, or follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all updates on scores from all CVCA Athletics activities. Sports Information Director Ben Miller does a great job getting all the information about CVCA sports and athletics out there to the interwebs, as it were. And the boys basketball team will look for an update from them later on this evening as they battle the Manchester Panthers. Basketball is back in action again tomorrow, and they've got a road trip out of state. They'll be traveling down to Pittsburgh, and they'll face off nationally ranked Imani Christian in Wexford, Pennsylvania, in a game that will pit a pair of five-star prospects, as CVCA's Darren Peterson will meet with Imani Christian's Elie Malouk, a 6'10 sophomore forward, five-star prospect who was born in the south Sudan. Malouk, already nicknamed Baby Bol Bol. If you follow basketball, Manute Bol, an NBA star, over 7 feet tall, and his, I guess, brother Bol Bol. Not making that up if you're a hockey fan that doesn't watch basketball. But the Imani Christian star, Malouk, already at 6'10 as a sophomore, getting interest from schools like Kentucky and Duke and others, and CVCA's Darren Peterson also with a host of offers from Division I colleges all around the country. So a huge basketball contest tomorrow for the CVCA Royals down in the Pittsburgh area. CVCA girls basketball team is in action tomorrow as well. They will return to action after the holiday break at Orville in a Pac-7 contest for the Royals girls. The wrestling team competes in the Brecksville Holiday Tournament this Thursday and Friday. The swimming team is in action at the Stampede Invite down in Worcester. And then girls basketball is home on Friday night. So if you can't get enough of CVCA sports, make sure you get out here if you have the opportunity and you're in Northeast Ohio for the championship game. But girls are in action at 7 o'clock on Friday night at Tim Byerly Gymnasium. That game against Walsh Jesuit, who has a long bus ride of about 30 seconds across the street, as the two schools almost share an address, one right across from the other. Here, the Royals leading 3-0. First period goals, a pair of them by Noah Chidima, and then a shorthanded goal by Jared Outward. And that's where we stand at the end of one period of play. Royals 3, Twinsburg 0. We mentioned before that should the Royals hold on, and it sure looks like they have things going their way, it will be head coach Doug Fairchild's 200th victory of his career. Fairchild sitting on 199 wins at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. First win for Coach Fairchild way back in December of 2008 when the Royals defeated Brush on December 5th, 08, 4-2. That was win number 1. This score holds tonight. Twinsburg will be win number 200, which is quite a feat for any coach. Amazing to have a single coach on the bench for that long of a period. Doug Fairchild, certainly to be celebrated for all he has done for CVCA hockey. We encourage you to stick around. Enjoy the second and third periods upcoming tonight, and come back tomorrow for more hockey coverage from the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Twinsburg and Normandy at 4:30 tomorrow. The Royals hosting the Whitmer Panthers for the first time, or rather the second time in about 10 days this season, where those two teams get together. As we begin the second period, 15 minutes is back up on the clock. We wait for both teams to return to the arena. First back on the ice, though, is referee Guy Bradshaw. And the other referee today, Mike Lang. And they'll attend to the goals and get them back into position. As we look toward the lobby area, which is where the locker rooms are at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, which both of these teams call home. Twinsburg playing their games here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center for a number of years. The Royals in their third season, calling the Garfield Heights Arena their home ice. Royals moved to the Dan Kostel Rec Center in 2020 when their former home ice, the Kent State University Ice Arena, shut down during COVID about a week before the season was scheduled to start. And the aforementioned Coach Fairchild scrambled to find ice for the Royals, and the Dan Kostel Rec Center and staff here stepped up, and it's become home for CVCA for the last 3 seasons. And we look and we can see it looks like the Royals making their way, and they'll return first. We're joined up here by the crack staff of CVCA Livestream. Sean Mosher on the camera, Kent Schwartzbeck helping out as he does always. Kent pressing the buttons, making sure the replays work tonight. Alum JT Nichols working on the graphics and the clock and penalty clocks tonight. And then yours truly giving you the play-by-play coverage, also being assisted by Cody Anderson. So we've got the full support, the entire CVCA Livestream hockey crew bringing the action to you this evening. Cord Stegmeyer first on the ice for the Royals, and then Karsten Hauk, who has yet to have to save a shot tonight. And should we get a chance to have a word with Coach Fairchild this weekend, or this week, it feels like the weekend still. If you're on break, we're taking vacation time this week to bring this action to you, but if you're on break, I hope you're enjoying your holiday time, as we're now between Christmas and New Year's. But as we're saying, if we get a chance to talk to Coach Fairchild at some point this week, we'll see if he's ever seen a period like the one we just saw, and perhaps the game like we're seeing tonight, where the Royals have just been flying around the ice at the expense of their opponents. Tigers, though, a proud program, and despite the tremendous amount of shots the Royals had in that first period, Mulcahy saving 24 of 27. Royals will start out the second period on a power play. And there's 1 minute and 32 seconds of penalty time still up on the board for Aiden Johnston. But also in the box is Ian Syke, and we did not hear a penalty announcement for him. There is no time on the board for Syke, but it should just be 5-on-4 for CVCA for the first 1 minute and 32 seconds. Nick Humphrey also in the box for the Royals still. And so he and Syke must have the offsetting penalties, perhaps 2 minutes and a whistle for the two of them. And then Johnston, the additional penalty for Twinsburg, resulting in the power play opportunity for CVCA. So that would explain that. Those penalties occurred at 14:28 of the first period, so 1 minute 32 left in the power play for the Royals. Royals going left to right in this second period. Noah Chidima will take the face-off for CVCA. Twinsburg going right to left, and it's Dominic Mister, the junior center for Twinsburg, who will take it for the Tigers. They drop the puck down, and we're underway. Royals power play continues. It's sent forward. They wave off icing. Sent around the boards by Max Coleman. Intercepted by CVCA's Schwartzbeck. He sends it up for Carter Martin, who wasn't expecting the pass, and he's going to have to retreat and chase it. With pressure from Mister, Martin sends it around the boards. It's intercepted by Shirikoff and sent back deep where Martin gets it. Shirikoff falls down and outward. Has it on his stick. Tries to push it forward, but it's chipped away, and now Noah Chidima steps in, and he'll skate up with the puck. Chidima, long pass, but it's going to evade everyone. They'll call it deflected, so no icing, a break for the Royals. Chidima collects it in the corner on the power play, 45 seconds remain. Shot, knocked down in front, second shot by Chidima. Stopped, but a third one hits the back of the net. A power play goal for Noah Chidima and a hat trick. Noah Chidima, here it is, skates in. First one was stopped, second one from Chidima was not, and Chidima gets his third of the night. A Royals power play goal makes it 4-0, just 51 seconds into period number 2 for Chidima, his third of the evening. And the leading scorer of the Royals collects his 18th goal of the season. Back to even strength. Nick Humphrey and Aiden Johnston still hanging out in the penalty box, waiting for their penalties to expire. Gord Stegmeyer into the offensive zone for CVCA. Leaves it for Zach Nichols. Nichols dumps it down low, looking for Siff. He overskates it, but gets it back. Siff has it, skates in. It's poke checked away from him. Nichols in the slot, pushes it forward. Puck trickles to the near side where Matt Porter tries to send it in deep. It's knocked down and collected by Bobby Lemieux. The team still battle. Up to the point, Nichols backhands it and keeps it in for the moment, but then loses it. Coleman, actually it's not Coleman, it's Jackson Smith. Pushing forward. Cross ice pass, misplayed by Jackson Held, and now here comes the Royals. Stegmeyer has it poke checked away, and the Tigers push it up to center ice where Zach Nichols backhands it to Mark Mosher. Mosher chips it up and off the board. Stegmeyer into the offensive zone. Fires, goes wide of the net. Nichols backhands it in deep, keeps it in for the Royals where Chidima is back on it. Chidima, 3 goals already. Sends it up around the boards. Twinsburg intercepts. Nice back check there by Outward. Before the Tigers send it down the ice, they wave off icing, and Karsten Hauk will get a rare touch of the puck. Leaves it for Zach Nichols. Nichols passes up. Poke checked away with the Royals, but they'll move forward. Nice pass into Schwartzbeck. Jacob leaves it. It trickles to the point. Mark Mosher battles to keep it in. Dumps it down low. Collected by one of the Tigers, but Mosher collects it again. Sends it to the goal. It's kicked aside. The Royals, Chidima has it. Backhanded shot. Scores! Noah Chidima gets his 4th, and Mulcahy frustratingly sends it back to center ice. First shot was kicked aside. Chidima had it, and skating to his left, put a backhanded shot that Mulcahy wasn't expecting, and Chidima, 4 goals. 5-0 CVCA, Chidima with 4. And Nick Humphrey's been released from the box. Still 5-5. It looks like one Twinsburg Tiger remains in the penalty box, but it's 5-on-5 for both sides. 12 minutes to go, second period. Royals 5-0 lead. The teams battle just outside the Royals' offensive zone. Humphrey and Siff trying to dig it out. Siff does. Tries the center. Humphrey skates in. Puck is loose and swept aside. Siff can't control. And out comes Twinsburg. Raymond Johnson pushes it forward where the Royals collect it. Parada sends it up. Can't connect, and the Tigers trying to do something with it. Trying to gain the offensive zone. They finally do. Sean Shirikoff gets the first shot on goal for the Tigers tonight. It comes 11:15 to go in the second period. Second shot is stopped before it gets to the goaltender, and it's sent down the ice for an icing against CVCA. The Royals in command, 5-0. Noah Chidima, 4 goals. A shorthanded goal by Jared Outward. And we've just seen the first shot and goal of the night by Twinsburg. Face-off one back to CVCA's Zach Nichols, who sends it around the boards. Kept in for the moment. just a moment by Aiden Kimelnitsky. But here come the Royals once again. Matt Porter, Chidima. It's in and covered by Mulcahy. His nemesis, Chidima, was right there looking for another one. And we set it up at the beginning of the broadcast, the Royals' balanced and potent scoring attack. Tonight it's Noah Chidima doing the bulk of the damage, but with 6 players with more than 20 points, or almost 20 points, the Royals can score just about from everyone and anyone on the ice. Noah Chidima stick handles here, sends it up to Mark Mosher. Mosher fires, knocked down in front. Chidima, his shot goes wide to the near side. Lemieux loses it to Chidima again. Chidima centers, looking for Matt Porter. Puck trickles into the corner. Porter collects it. Porter, poke checked away from him, but swooping in is outward. Sean Shirikoff falls down, but sends it around the boards to the backside. And the Tigers clear it out down the ice. Icing against Twinsburg with 10:06 to go. The next goal, should it be scored by CVCA, would institute the running clock for the remainder of this contest. Right now the clock is stopped with 10:06. Nick Humphrey takes the face-off to the right of Mulcahy. Humphrey cannot control. And Twinsburg, number 31, Isaac, well, actually that's the goaltender, so it was not 31, but Twinsburg with a chance for a moment, and now losing the puck, and here comes Stegmeyer for the Royals. Cord across the blue line, skates to his right, leaves it for Humphrey. He loses the puck, and the Tigers clear the zone for the moment. Pushed up the ice by Jackson Held. Now Humphrey chips it forward, cannot control. Held. Stick is lifted, and a penalty coming on CVCA. So a power play opportunity for the Tigers. Into the box goes Cord Stegmeyer. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes and 32 seconds. And it's a hook on Stegmeyer. And manning the box tonight is Cord Stegmeyer's dad, and they're having a conversation. Cord is leading the Royals in penalty minutes this year. That's his 47th penalty minute. And the Royals clear the zone. Schwartzbeck first to it, though, for CVCA on the shorthanded opportunity. Puts a shot on net. Mulcahy dives, misses it, but it goes wide. Chidima retreats and pushes it in. Now he gets it back. Chidima fires wide. It's sent back to the Royals' defensive zone where Eli Parada puts it on net all the way from behind his blue line. Saved by Mulcahy. Sent around the boards. He comes out to center ice where Carter Martin collects it and sends it back deep on the clearance for CVCA with 1:07 to go on the Stegmeyer penalty. In the corner. And now behind the net. Kimelnitsky loses the puck. Chidima just dumps it back in deep once again as the Royals kill off more of the penalty time. Now a chance. Outward skates in right to the net. Shoots over the bar. Shorthanded chance looking for his second of the night. Both shorthanded. David Siff battles behind the net. Siff digs it out. Centers it in front. No one there for the Royals. 30 seconds left. And a shot on goaltender Karsten Hauk. Will give him a save. Meanwhile, Eli Parada has it. Parada still with 16 seconds left. Moves it forward to Siff. Siff dumps it back in deep, and he'll chase it. Siff poke checks it away. He's going to get a chance if he hurries. Tries the center. Nobody there for the Royals. But Carter Martin dispossesses for the moment Rachel Zamakiel. And back to even strength for CVCA. Looking for Stegmeyer. Deflected, so no icing. Stegmeyer back out. Here comes Outward. In between the circles. Shoots. It's loose in front. Stegmeyer falls. Still loose. Stick is laying on the ice. Not sure whose it is. Meanwhile, a chance, and it saved by Mulcahy. It's Mulcahy's stick, so he's playing without a stick. Mister pushes the stick back toward his goaltender. Meanwhile, the Royals still control. Up at the point, Martin keeps it in. Martin dumps it down low. 6:48 to go. Royals leading 5-0. Stegmeyer wins the puck battle. Off the boards. Still not out. Finally, the Tigers clear the zone. But it's sent right back in by CVCA. Max Coleman sends it around. But Zach Nichols has it. Sets up. It's deflected into the near side corner. Big collision behind the net and a delayed penalty coming against Twinsburg, I believe. Zach Nichols fires shot in, but an elbowing call. And who will it be on? Box is open. It's Nick Humphrey. So it's not a Twinsburg penalty, it's a CVCA penalty. And the Royals go back down a man. Nick Humphrey in the box for elbowing, his second penalty of the night. And it'll be a Twinsburg power play. Twinsburg with a chance. Shot. Score! The Tigers are on the board. A power play goal for the Twinsburg Tigers. Off the face-off, a turnover. And Twinsburg, number 59, Jackson Held, gets on the board for the Tigers. And that's the Achilles heel for CVCA. They'll be able to survive tonight against Twinsburg, but against good teams, when the Royals take bad penalties, it costs them. Noah Chidima trying to get it right back for the Royals. His shot goes wide. The margin now 4. Chidima with 4 goals on the night. Skates behind the net, centers. Zach Nichols sends it near the goal. It's deflected into the near side corner where Outward. Jared Outward tries to dig it out. It goes up the boards. And it's cleared out of harm's way. Nichols reaches, collects, retreats, looks. Nice pass right on the blade of Jacob Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck skates in, shoots, blocker save, sends it back on goal and covered by Mulcahy. Nice stick handling by Jacob Schwartzbeck. Mulcahy up to the task though. 5:23 to go. It's 5-1 CVCA. Back underway. Shot. Blocker save. Second shot. Knocked down in front. Martin keeps it in for the Royals. Chips it forward. Still not out. This time out of the reach of Martin. And a shot in. Saved by Karsten Hauk. Held. Has his pass chipped aside. The Royals control. Siff. His pass is knocked down. And now collected by Nick Humphrey. He gains the zone. Humphrey on his forehand into the near side corner. Stops. Chips it to himself, but has it taken away. Loose puck in the circle. Trickles up and Held is out with it. Held gains the zone on the offensive opportunity perhaps. Held leaves it for a teammate. Shot goes wide of the goal. Round to the near side. Tigers with an opportunity and some enthusiasm, as it were. But the Royals break out. Cord Stegmeyer. Challenged by Max Coleman. Stegmeyer finds Eli Parada coming. Parada's shot is chipped aside. Down low. It's sent back out to the neutral zone where Parada has it. D to D. Cross ice. Parada back up to Stegmeyer. Can't handle it though. And Bobby Lemieux got in the way. And it's sent back down the ice where Carter Martin has to chase after it. He does, but icing is the call with 3:49 to go. CVCA 5, Twinsburg 1. Face off to the right of Mulcahy. Won by the Royals. Zach Nichols fires it. Saved by Mulcahy. Back around the boards it goes. Nichols keeps can't keep it in. Dumps it back in deep. The Royals get back on side. Aiden Johnston with pressure from Chidima. Sends it around the corner. Picked up by Raymond Johnson. She's dispossessed. Mark Mosher has his shot knocked down, and it comes back out of the zone. So Mosher collects it, retreats, pushes it forward, finds Outward, who gains the zone. Jared Outward to his left, has it poke checked away. Zach Nichols keeps it in and sends it around the boards. Johnson, first to it for the Tigers, sends it forward, chipped but not kept in by Mosher. Mosher with some time again, fans on it. It's sent back to him, and Mosher chips it up, finds Outward. Outward, cross ice pass off the stick of Schwartzbeck and sent back out to center ice, where it's sent back in deep by Zach Nichols. Shirikoff behind his own net. Passes, and it's sent up. Intercepted by Mosher. His shot goes wide of the goal. He's looking for Chidima, perhaps. Zach Nichols takes a chance. Deflected in front. Chidima will chase it to the corner. Up ice. Mosher has it. Mosher has it chipped up. It falls to Outward. Outward skates to the slot. Fires off the crossbar. The iron unkind to Outward. Zach Nichols' wrist shot in on goal. Save. Second shot by Chidima. Knocked down. Still loose in front. And a hand pass is the call as Mulcahy on his back sits up. Here's the replay. Right off Mulcahy's emblem. And he's bailed out by the hand pass. Shots on goal right now, 43-4. And I posit to you, Isaac Mulcahy may be the star of the game, if not Noah Chidima. Right now with 38 saves, not even through 2 periods. Royals win the face-off, and here they come again. David Siff. Siff pushes it forward. He'll chase it, get to it first, tries to center. It's knocked down and back into the corner. Nick Humphrey falls down, and it's sent up and kept in. Nice play by Carter Martin. And the Tigers, for the moment, clear it out. The Royals try to dump it in, but Humphrey was exiting. It hit him on the way out, so offsides the call against CVCA. A stoppage with 1:38 to go. Carter Martin dumps it in for the Royals. Jackson held. Sends it up, and Martin will have to get it at center ice once again. Martin pushes it forward. Nobody there in particular, and so, for the moment, the Tigers push it in deep. Dominic Mister with a rare chance to not get hit while he tries to hit the puck. Pushes it in deep, and it will come back around, but Martin steps in front of Mister. Cross ice pass. The Royals are back into the offensive zone. Matt Porter. Shot is high. Humphrey skates to his left. Humphrey centers, knocked down. Sent up and past the reach of Carter Martin. With 43 seconds to go in the second period. Royals 5, Twinsburg 1. The Royals have come out on fire, but Isaac Mulcahy has stood tall in net for the Twinsburg Tigers, the first-year goaltender, the netminder. 39 saves so far. Noah Chidima. Face-off goes right in on Mulcahy. That's save number 40. 38 seconds left in the corner, and now up to the point. Mosher's shot is wide. Jacob Schwartzbeck. His shot also goes wide. 27 seconds left. It comes to Mosher. Sends it in. Outward. Centering pass. Looking for Schwartzbeck. It trickles past him into the corner. Schwartzbeck is dumped by Shirikoff. Far side. Outward. 9 seconds left. Outward skates to the slot. Has it poke checked away. 4 seconds remain, and that's going to just about do it on second period action. The whistle blows, and Sean Shirikoff takes a pirouette, lands on his bottom. No worse for wear. And we're going to go to the second intermission break with the Royals leading by a score of 5-1. So we hope you've enjoyed the second period coverage and all the coverage tonight. And as we hit the second period intermission break, we're going to pause one more time for another message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places. To be the salt to those who have lost their flavor. To bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
We encourage you to experience CVCA and see what sets us apart, and you can do that at upcoming open houses and the upcoming family preview night that happens early in the new year. The winter open house and family preview dates are on the calendar. The open house is scheduled for Friday, January 27th, 2023, and the next family preview night is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. To sign up, you can visit the CVCA website at www.cvcaroyals.org/visit. Again, that website is www.cvcaroyals.org/visit. Tim Nichols with you, and you are at the second intermission of the nightcap and day one of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. CVCA leading this one by a score of 5-1. We'll take a look at these stats after 2 periods of play. Royals 5-1 leads with a 5-1 lead, and that is not a misprint. Shots on goal, 46 for CVCA, 4 for Twinsburg. Isaac Mulcahy, the first-year netminder for the Twinsburg Tigers, with 41 saves through 2 periods of play tonight. Just standing tall and keeping his team within shouting distance in this game. The Royals with more goals despite the 41 saves than the Tigers have shots on goal tonight. 41-3 on saves, and the Royals winning every aspect of the game. Face-offs 22-4. And then we commented on the fact the Royals have taken 5 minor penalties tonight. That will be their undoing if they don't get that under control against better teams. Correction, 4 minor penalties, 1 major, the major to Zach Nichols in the first period. So again, the undisciplined play with the excessive number of penalties could be the undoing of the Royals against better teams in this tournament and this season. They've got to get that under control. But right now, what they do have in control is this game by a score of 5-1. Second period goals, another 2 goals by Noah Chidima. Those goals 1 minute and 57 seconds apart early in the second period. Chidima his 3rd and 4th of the night, his 17th and 18th of the season for Twinsburg. The Tigers' Jackson Held capitalized on a defensive zone turnover and got the Tigers on the board with 6:08 to go in the second period, and that's where we stand at 5-1. Royals will be back in action tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday in this tournament, but their next divisional action will take place a week from Friday. Before then, though, the Christmas tournament continues, and you see tomorrow's games, Twinsburg and Normandy, and Whitmer and CVCA, the doubleheader for Wednesday afternoon and evening. CVCA live streams coverage will begin at 4:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. Look for information on social media or just find us the same way you found us tonight. You can always find all coverage of all games on the CVCA Boosters YouTube page. Thursday it's Twinsburg and Whitmer, Normandy and CVCA, and then the consolation and championship games of the tournament on Friday afternoon. We're mentioning the Royals will continue on with their march toward the Barron Cup qualification. And we'll show you the Blue East standings as they are right now. Here they are. Chagrin Falls on top as we hit the holiday break. Chagrin Falls with a couple of wins last week. The second one just before Christmas, a 2-1 overtime win against Kent Roosevelt, and that catapulted them from 4th place to 1st in the standings. They are 4-2 in the 10-game round robin that is played throughout the regular season. Top 3 teams from the Blue East will make the Barron Cup. CVCA sits 2nd but has 2 games in hand, meaning they've played 2 fewer games than Chagrin Falls has played. They have 6 points with 3 wins against just 1 loss in divisional play. Roosevelt and Canfield both at 3-2, but Roosevelt in 3rd, Canfield in 4th by virtue of a head-to-head victory by Roosevelt over the Cardinals. Both those teams with 6 points, as does CVCA have 6 points. Orange and NDCL rounding out the standings at this point in the season. Once again, the top 3 teams qualify for the Barron Cup in February. The 4th place team will have a playoff against the 4th place team from the Blue West Division. That division currently led by Parma, undefeated at 5-0. And the Blue South, of which Twinsburg is a member, will send 1 team to compete for the Barron Cup, 3 in the Blue Division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. It is the third period, or rather the second intermission. We are waiting for the third period to begin here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. The Royals leading 5-1. And as we said before, head coach Doug Fairchild in search of his 200th victory tonight. The Royals in command, 15 minutes away from notching that win number 200 for Coach Fairchild. And as we look back to the history books, we mentioned earlier tonight that his first victory was back on December 5th, 2008, when the Royals defeated Brush 4-2. CVC just 2 victories the entire season prior to his arrival. He got 5 in that first year, and he was on his way. The first one, though, against the Brush Arcs, 4-2, December 5th, 2008. Win number 50, it only took him 3 years to get there. December 31st, 2011, CVCA defeated Brunswick in the championship game of the 2011 CVCA Christmas Tournament, 6-1, and that was the 50th win for head coach Doug Fairchild. 4 years later, on December 29th, 2015, the Royals defeated North Canton Hoover 9-3, also in the CVCA Christmas Tournament. That was win number 100 back on December 29th, 2015. Fast forward another 3 years, December 1st, 2018, win number 150 came against Brecksville, Broadview Heights. That game, a lopsided affair, 10-0 in favor of the Royals on December 1st, 2018. Royals 10, Brecksville 0. And right now, Coach Fairchild sitting on 199 wins, 15 minutes away from notching career win number 200 for head coach Doug Fairchild. Should the Royals be victorious tonight, they will go for win number 201 of the Doug Fairchild era tomorrow evening against the Whitmer Panthers in a 7 p.m. face-off. That game will be preceded by these Twinsburg Tigers matching up against the Normandy Invaders for the second time this season. Those two teams met up earlier this year in the Thanksgiving tournament at Normandy, hosted by Normandy, a game won by the Invaders. Chuck-a-puck happening here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center as the fans in attendance trying to get closest to the bucket in the center of the ice to win something exciting. What? I have no idea. But always a fundraiser for Royals hockey. And somebody's going to go home with a fun treat tonight in Chuck-a-puck. If you've got some free time this week, obviously we love having you listen to the broadcast, but if you're in Northeast Ohio, head on down here to the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio, and take in high school hockey. 6 more games to come this week. But make sure you bring a coat and maybe 3 or 4 layers. So we're looking to our right, the Zamboni has left the ice, and the garage door of this place is wide open. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not warm in Northeast Ohio and not warm in this rink, so I hope they close that door soon. Not that it will warm up much, but we'd love to have you here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center this week with us as we enjoy high school hockey in the CVCA Christmas Tournament. And of course, if you can't make it down or if you're watching from out of town, you can tweet us, and we love to hear from you on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, however it is you want to communicate with us. But let us know that you're watching tonight. Send us a note at CVCA Livestream. Take a picture of your TV or your whatever it is you're watching, your iPad, your computer. Let us know you're watching and let us know from where you're watching. We'd love to know and love to see you, and certainly after the game we'll try and correspond back with you on those social media platforms. The social media handle at CVCA Livestream. And let us know what you like about the coverage. And certainly what we like is that you're following along with us, and it's our pleasure to bring the coverage to you. We're at the second intermission of game number 2, the nightcap, on the first day of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Royals 5. Noah Chidima with 4 goals for CVCA. Jared Outward with a single shorthanded goal for the Royals. Jackson Held with a single tally for the Twinsburg Tigers. And Twinsburg first-year netminder Isaac Mulcahy, 41 saves already through 2 periods of play today for the Twinsburg sophomore. Mulcahy saved 40 goals, or rather 40 shots, a couple of weeks ago in a 5-1 loss against Bay. He's already exceeded that amount through just 2 periods of play tonight. And he'll be called upon to save more, we expect here, as the third period is set to get underway. Looking down, and they have closed the Zamboni garage door, so at least we're all inside without the cold air coming in. Cold enough in here as it is. And Kent Schwartzbeck is pointing to my left and says, hey, they just turned the heat on. Well, it's about time. Maybe it'll be warm by tomorrow, Kent.
Yes.
We're talking amongst ourselves. Kent said it was on the first game. It is so cold here in the second game. My core is tight. More information than you want to know, but it's becoming sore. TMI, I know. Teams have returned, and that's good news as we tried Phil. No more news about my core. The Royals will go right to left in the third period. Tigers left to right. Royals skating tonight in their black shells with royal blue and white piping. The home white tops, the CVCA emblem on the front of them. Royal blue numerals and blue helmets. The Tigers in their all blues, navy, gray numerals, dark helmets, and gray piping for Twinsburg. The teams have returned to the ice. We're ready to go. Referee Mike Lang drops down the puck, and we're back underway. Third period action into the defensive zone. Zach Nichols has it, sends it across the ice, looking for Nick Humphrey. Check that, it's Mark Mosher. Humphrey skating near him. Mosher dumps it to Cord Stegmeyer. He'll turn and begin the march up the ice for CVCA. Into the offensive zone, Stegmeyer right into the slot, not pressured, backhanded shot and scores. Cord Stegmeyer, 28 seconds, unchallenged from end to end for the sophomore for CVCA. Skates around one, skates around two, and puts it behind three. Mulcahy unable to make the save on Stegmeyer. 6-1 CVCA. For Stegmeyer, goal number 15 on the season. And look out when he gets hot. As we said earlier, 7 goals in 24 hours last week between Friday and Saturday across 3 different games. (6-1) CVCA, an early goal in the third period. And the Royals dumping in deep. Whistle blows for an icing call, although it looked like the Royals did deflect that. It was missed, and so they'll have to defend a face-off in the defensive zone. Stegmeyer's goal unassisted at 28 seconds of the third period. Humphrey to the left of Carson Houck. It's dropped down and sent in deep. Mark Mosher collects it, pushes it forward. Stegmeyer's there, sends it back down behind the boards, behind the goal rather, around the boards. Zach Nichols will dig it out. And Nichols skates out with it through the neutral zone. Stegmeyer a little too anxious, and the offside's the call against CVCA. And so the Royals will get a change. You see the replay of Stegmeyer inching out forward. Could not hold up. And so, face off right below us. Guy Bradshaw, referee, drops it down. Had a chance to talk with him before the game. Royals win the face off. Schwartzbeck shoots, loose in front. Second shot coming. Trickles to the far side corner. Outward. Can't control it. Out to center ice. Carter Martin chips it forward. And it comes back into the defensive zone where Martin has it again. Cross ice. Martin, Eli Parada. Up ice. Schwartzbeck. Check that, it's outward. Skates in and fires, saved by Mulcahy. Jared Outward finds Martin in the slot. He shoots. It goes wide of the goal on the near side and cleared out to center ice where Eli Parada is on it. Parada back to Martin. 6-1 Royals. Early third period action. It's been all CVCA tonight, save for one Jackson held shot and goal for the Twinsburg Tigers. Into the corner, Jared Outward and Max Coleman tie up. It's pushed forward, Ariana Bernardo cannot clear the zone. Kept in by Noah Chidima. His shot is deflected wide. Chidima chases it, but Isaac Mulcahy dives on it. And the Royals will change, as will the Tigers with 12:48 to go. And that was the 50th shot on goal for CVCA tonight. Face-off one back to CVCA's Mosher. He sends it toward the goal. It's knocked down in front and chipped up and out off the boards. David Siff collects it for CVCA, a name we haven't called for some time. Siff gets on his horse, skates to the neutral zone, into the offensive zone on his backhand, shot, and score! David Siff with speed right through the neutral zone to his backhand, and at the dot put a backhanded shot that beat Mulcahy on the short side. Mulcahy leaving a little bit of space between himself and the post, and the Royals go up 6 goals with just 2 minutes and 32 seconds gone here in the third period. At the 6-goal differential, clock will now run for the duration of the game unless the Tigers can close to within 6 goals once again. So 6 goals or more and it's a running clock, and that's what we have right now. Siff, who just scored the goal, sends it in deep once again to Humphrey. Humphrey has it in the corner, circles in front. Matt Porter there. Now Siff, backhanded shot, scores again. David Siff, 2 in a row. The 2 goals by David Siff, separated by just 30 seconds, and that's 30 seconds with a running clock. So back-to-back goals for the CVCA junior assistant captain. For Siff, that's goals number 10 and 11 on the season. 8-1 CVCA. Royals again. Save by Mulcahy. Wraparound shot and another one. Noah Chidima with a wraparound shot gets his 5th of the night. It's 9-1. Three goals for CVCA in less than a minute. Maybe a minute 20 actually. Time of that goal, 3 minutes 37 seconds. So a minute and 15 seconds between the 3 goals for the Royals. It's 9-1. And out there, Joey Decker on the assist. Decker, his first action since November. Joey Decker, who spent most of the month of December recovering from illness, finally back in action, getting his first shift of the night, and he gets an assist. The CVCA freshman. Good to call his name out once again. Back underway, Parada clears the zone. 10:20 to go. Should mention that CVCA, should they score 2 more, would be leading by 10, and this game would be official with a 10-goal differential after the start of the third period. But we're not there yet, so we'll see how far we get. Royals leading by 8. Chidima. Long cross-ice pass into the offensive zone. Shot, saved by Mulcahy. As Cord Stegmeyer. So, from time to time we hear, why don't the Royals play the young guys? And the reality is the Royals have been playing the young guys all night. There's only 1 freshman on the roster. There's basically 2 lines and a couple extra skaters. And you see that Royals have Joey Decker out there on the last shift. Decker, the only freshman who missed the entire month of December due to illness, back tonight. The Royals with about a half dozen sophomores. Most of those are playing on that first and second line. Chidima with 5 goals tonight, a sophomore. Outward, a sophomore. And so that's why the Royals aren't playing the young guys. In fact, they've been playing them all night long. Back underway, Mark Mosher, one of the not young guys, senior captain. Speaking of guys looking for their first goal of the season, Mark Mosher, no one has scored more Barron Cup goals than Mark Mosher. Here's Zach Nichols, shot, saved by Mulcahy. No one has scored more Barron Cup goals, we're saying, than Mark Mosher for CVCA, the defenseman. But Mosher, one of the only guys shut out so far this season for the Royals, the defenseman, looking for his first of the year. Zach Nichols is out there, who shot that last one, has 1 goal on the season. The Royals defenders do exactly that. They focus on defense. Around the boards it goes with 8:20 to go. Kept in by the Royals for the moment. Sent up ice. And a big hit at center ice. Sean Shirikoff set down by Nick Humphrey. Shirikoff has it in the corner. Sends it around the boards. Funny bounce. Comes to the Royals. Long pass looking for Schwartzbeck. Doesn't find him, and it ricochets behind the goal for an icing call against CVCA. Winding down toward halfway done here in the third period. Royals leading 9-1. 4 goals here in the first half of the third period, blowing open what was already a lopsided game. 5-1. It's now 9-1 CVCA. They win the faceoff, and Sif with speed through the neutral zone. Going to go one-on-one. Shot saved by Mulcahy. 49th save of the night by Isaac Mulcahy, and no matter how this thing finishes, Isaac Mulcahy, if we had 3 stars of the game, would probably be the second star of the game. Sif, shot, and there's save number 50. The puck trickles toward the net. Matt Porter, shot is high and wide, not on goal. The Royals keep it in. Porter sends it in deep. After it is Humphrey. Sends it back in the corner, and sweeping in is Twinsburg. Bobby Lemieux. Shot is knocked down. Lemieux showing a flash right there. We expected to see a lot from him, and we hope to see a lot from him this weekend, or this week. Feels like the weekend. Lemieux, one of the future stars of the Twinsburg Tigers. But right now, Humphrey is going to take a penalty. Nick Humphrey gives a fist bump to Bobby Lemieux. Got a foot in the way, and he's going to go into the box for tripping. Certainly unintentional there, and you saw the good sportsmanship. He reached out right to Lemieux as he skated back by him and said, hey, sorry about that. And so Humphrey back in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. With a running clock, it'll be a quick penalty. But an opportunity for Twinsburg to try and get on the board again on the power play. They have 1 power play goal tonight. The goal scored by Jackson Held. Face-off is won by CVCA, and Mark Mosher sends it around the boards and clears it for the Royals. Already 27 seconds, 30 seconds gone. Behind the goal, played by the goaltender Mulcahy. Pretty brave of him, given the challenges he's seen all night. And the Tigers try and build out with it. Into the offensive zone. Shirikoff loses control, and the Royals clear it down the ice. Minute 10 left to go on the Humphrey penalty. And Nick's having a conversation with the referee, Guy Bradshaw. Meanwhile, play continues. Chidima will clear it. Controlled by Aiden Johnston. Johnston turns it over. Johnson reaches out, and that's a dirty play. Cord Stegmeyer is down, and Aiden Johnson just reached out his leg right there, and that should be a 5-minute major for a slew foot. Hopefully Cord is okay. That is the kind of play that injures a knee. Only 2 minutes, and the luckiest guy on the ice is Aiden Johnston. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 42 seconds. And Stegmeyer being helped off the ice. That would be a big loss for the Royals. Unable to put any pressure on the left leg. Ugh. You hate to see that. So 4-on-4. Nichols' shot goes wide. Collected by Sean Shirikoff. Shirikoff sends it down the ice. It'll be icing, as there is even strength at the moment. The running clock, though, 18 seconds left on the Humphrey penalty. The Royals will then have a short power play of about 1 minute and 15. The concern right now, though, is the bench and Cord Stegmeyer, who limped off the ice. Hopefully we'll get a report on him. If not tonight, we'll have it for you tomorrow. Humphrey out of the box. Royals on the power play. Shot is in. And a save by Karsten Hauk. Mosher up ice looking for Humphrey. Cannot connect, and icing is the call. So clock continues to run. 3:44 left to go. 1 minute left on the power play. Royals change up. Down to 3.5. Royals leading 9-1. Noah Chidima, 5 goals for CVCA tonight, and 50 saves so far for Isaac Mulcahy for the Twinsburg Tigers. Face-off won by the Royals. Martin leaves it for a teammate. Sent around the boards. Power play for the Royals for 23 seconds. Schwartzbeck can't reach it. Riley Spat tries to send it up the boards. Cannot clear the zone, but it's now sent out to center ice where Carter Martin has it. Just 10 seconds remain on the power play time. Icing waved off. Deflected, says Guy Bradshaw. Carter Martin skates in. His shot is deflected wide to the far side corner. With 2:43 to go, we're back to even strength. Royals controlling, backhanded shot. Poked aside by Mulcahy into the corner. Puck is loose and Chidima has it. Chidima sends it up. Martin at the point. Martin loses control and loses the puck out of the zone. Dumps it in deep. The Royals get onside. And with plenty of time are the Tigers try and build out with 2:15 to go. They send it out to the neutral zone where Outward collects it and skates in, but loses the puck and it's sent right back out to Carter Martin. Once again, we're back on the air tomorrow afternoon. And another bump into Noah Chidima, who collects the puck in the corner. 1:50 to go. Chidima leaves it for Eli Parada at the point. Parada shoots it. Knocked down in front. Now on the near side, Martin sends it on goal. Shot saved. Second shot saved again. Schwartzbeck takes a hit. Tigers leaving an imprint on CVCA here in the final moments of the third period. So as we're saying, once again, we're back tomorrow, 4:30. Twinsburg and Normandy, Whitmer and CVCA at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. But stick around tonight. Doug Fairchild winning his 200th game of his career. We're going to have a brief ceremony after the game, and we'll carry it for you. So you want to see that if you're a CVCA fan. Offsides, Joey Decker leaking into the zone. Nick Humphrey carried it in. 1 minute remaining. But we're going to carry the post-game ceremony honoring Coach Doug Fairchild in honor of his 200th victory tonight here of his career. Royals currently leading 9-1 against the Tigers. Decker pokes it forward. Humphrey has it into the offensive zone. Nick Humphrey into the corner. Drops it for Decker, who sends it behind the goal to the near side. Sif has it. 24 seconds left. Shirikoff sends it to the center ice. Zach Nichols has it for the Royals. He'll put it on goal. Delayed offside against the Royals. It won't matter. 10 seconds remain. Bobby Lemieux loses the puck. Mosher has it. Chips it forward, but that's going to do it. Head coach Doug Fairchild for CVCA wins his 200th game of his career. What an accomplishment for the Royals. 200 wins for head coach Doug Fairchild for CVCA. The Royals victorious tonight. Win number 200, CVCA 9 and Twinsburg 1. The Tigers await the Royals at center ice. And the bad news is we see Cord Stegmeyer not even coming out, limping to the locker room. And so that is a casualty of the 200th win of the Fairchild era. Hopefully he'll be able to shake that off, but it does not look good for CVCA. Stegmeyer, who scored a goal tonight. Noah Chadima, the star for the Royals, 5 goals tonight. Isaac Mulcahy for the Twinsburg Tigers, 52 saves on the evening, 61 shots on goal by CVCA. Final stats once again, the Royals 9, Twinsburg 1. Just 5 shots on goal tonight for the Tigers. Royals dominant, 61-5. But 52 saves for Isaac Mulcahy. Royals dominant on the faceoffs, 6 penalties to 3. But the Stegmeyer injury, certainly a concern. And 200 wins for Coach Fairchild. Public address announcer Chuck Parada letting the crowd know what we have told you already. Head coach Doug Fairchild being honored tonight on the occurrence and the occasion of his 200th career victory. His current team and a host of alumni in attendance tonight to recognize the 200th victory of head coach Doug Fairchild. And we just carried live the public address announcement by Chuck Parada. If you couldn't hear some of that, we'll repeat some of it for you. The 200th victory tonight for Coach Fairchild. He and his wife Dawn and their 3 children left Caronport High School in Saskatchewan, Canada, a Christian school with a hockey provincial championships, so Doug could lead the CVCA program back in 2008. He left the top-tier hockey program because he decided to leave the school whose hockey team only had, or to lead this school, the CVCA program had only had 2 wins in the prior 3 seasons, and he's built that program here to 200 wins in 15 seasons. A heck of an accomplishment for Doug Fairchild. If you have spent any time with him, you quickly learn about his deep faith and his trust in God. Coach Fairchild called to coach here at CVCA, to teach, to mentor, to build faith, to care for his students, his fellow faculty, and of course his hockey team. Coach Fairchild leads the engineering program at CVCA as well. Doug has led CVCA to 2 Barron Cup titles in 2017 and 2019 and certainly hopes to reach that mark again this year. We'll see what lies in store in the future. And while the program has grown and thrived under his direction, for those who have played for him, they know he cares more about developing godly young men and women than winning hockey games. Rich Hurdle, assistant coach, offered up his thoughts on Coach Fairchild and said, over the last 10 years, I've come to admire and try to emulate the way Doug lives his life. He's compassionate, trusting, and a gentle soul, practices a life of faith and good works. His coaching passion is a reflection of his overall dedication to his family, students, friends, and players. His respect and fair treatment of others is uncommon in our time. He mentioned as his relationship with Doug as coaching and golfing partners has grown over the last decade, Coach Hurdle has come to rely on his unwavering friendship and support in the way of a brother. He said, Coach Fairchild has and continues to influence me as he does a generation of young children, and referred to the verse from 1 Timothy 1:5, which reflects on how Coach Hurdle thinks of Coach Fairchild. It said, the aim of our charge is to love, or is love, that issues from a pure heart and a good conscience and a sincere faith. So, as the pictures with the alumni on the far side continue, the entire CVCA community, and especially those that have witnessed Coach Fairchild's compassion, patience, and love on the ice, certainly congratulate him on the occasion of his 200th win. That win, a 9-1 victory tonight against the Twinsburg Tigers in the opening game of the 2022 CVCA Christmas Tournament. So congratulations, Doug Fairchild, on win number 200. Noah Chidima, the story tonight for the Royals, 5 goals. Isaac Mulcahy starred in defeat for Twinsburg with 52 saves tonight. That probably is a CVCA Christmas Tournament record, although I'm not sure the records have been kept that far back. But Isaac Mulcahy certainly acquitted himself quite well tonight, given all the action that occurred in front of him. Speaking of action, we've got more of it tomorrow, starting at 4:30. CVCA live streams coverage of the CVCA Christmas Tournament will continue, and we will bring up the schedule: Twinsburg, Normandy, Whitmer, and CVCA. Tomorrow, 4:30 and 7 o'clock on CVCA live stream. And just a quick note, if you are coming out to the rink tomorrow or anytime this week, the tournament and CVCA is conducting a food drive to benefit Haven of Rest Ministries. They're looking for canned vegetables, fruits, soups, broths, canned meat, coffee and tea, bottled and canned beverages, and mixes of cocoa, dry goods, boxed cereal, pasta, rice, paper towels, napkins, dish towels, cloths, pat holders, basically anything that won't go bad. So bring unopened and new items only to benefit Haven of Rest Ministries when you come out to the rink. If you can't make it out, make sure you join us again tomorrow for Twinsburg and Normandy and Whitmer and CVCA, starting at 4:30 in the afternoon. For now, that's going to do it. The winner in the opening game today, Whitmer, 4-2 victory over the Normandy Invaders. The Royals victorious tonight. Head coach Doug Fairchild notches win number 200, CVCA 9, Twinsburg 1. On behalf of the team that brings you the action, Sean Mosher, Kent Schwartzbeck, JT Nichols, Cody Anderson, this is Tim Nichols thanking you for being with us tonight. So long, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow and the rest of the week on CVCA live streams coverage of the 2022 CVCA Christmas Tournament. Have a good night, everyone. So long.